Fans are making noise here in San Francisco for their Warriors. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Pass to Podziemski. And here is Curry. Shot clock at 6. Golden State moving the ball around. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
I think if you're talking Tyrese Haliburton, the thing that stands out is the wealth of things he can do on the offensive end. He can shoot the ball with range. He's got unbelievable handle. He can create. He can drive it. He can also set up his guys. A lot to like.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, the deep ball from Draymond Green, if he's got that aspect of his game going, look out.
Here's Haliburton to the wing right side. Back to Nesmith. Pass to Siakam. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Golden State basketball.
Here's Curry. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
And it's Walker penetrating. Pass to Haliburton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green. And Tyrese Haliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Nesmith. Now, here is Haliburton. Just 5 on the clock. Elbow shot is on the way. The offensive rebound. And a wide open look for Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. They double team Kerr. Pass to Green. Outside Curry. Podziemski with it. Driving to the basket. Here's Moody. And the Warriors miss again. Indiana leading. Down low. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Boy, the passing of Tyrese Haliburton. You've got to love to play with this guy.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Takes it out to Siakam. No good with the triple. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Offensive rebound. And finished off by Siakam.
This is a real strength of Siakam's game, the ability to extend possessions and get second chance points on the board.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Now here's Hield. Back to Butler. .137 left here in the first quarter. Hield outside. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Indiana.
A shot by Nembhard, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Payton surveying the floor. In the corner, it's Hield. Right side, Butler. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Indiana ball.
.52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Mathurin. Warriors with the rebound. And it's the Warriors on the break. Butler from outside. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And a wide open look for Siakam. No good from outside. Warriors trailed by 4. Butler goes in. And it's Butler with the jam.
Boy, as a driver, Jimmy Butler is so physical, so tough. He's going to command the defensive attention. Nice drive.
Here's Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Over to the wing. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
It's a tie game in the Bay Area. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. He lobs it up. And Toppin throws it down. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
When Halliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
To the left wing. To the paint. Butler deciding where to go with it. Butler with the bucket down low.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
uses the glass to finish the layup. Halliburton's got 4 points this quarter.
This guy is tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The Warriors trail. Outside Curry. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And that one, good. Butler's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Toppin with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pacers.
Boy, the anticipation of Obi Toppin on that one. Gets the steal, gets him out in transition.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Tyrese Halliburton has it cooking, guys. He's created good offensive momentum, and he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
The kick outside to Butler. Pocket 6. They kick it out to Green. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. If he's got the ball in his hands, he's ready to fire.
Indiana leading by 3. Here's Halliburton. Curry with the steal. And here comes the break. Pacers with the rebound. And it's Walker penetrating. Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
For his size, Walker had great burst off the bounce.
Here's Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Clearly a foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And so here is Indiana. It's a three-point game. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Off target from outside. Curry with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Outside Kuminga. Golden State moving it around. Here's Curry. Out to Payton. Here's Walker. Knocked loose. And stolen by Payton. Outside Green. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Green. Releases. And Turner with the block.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be better at timing his rejections.
Pacers leading by 3.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Back to Walker. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. That ties the game. Podziemski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Haliburton. Good, nice job down low.
Yeah, that's savviness by Tyrese Haliburton. Gets himself something he can work with, makes the game look easy.
And he makes that one. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the buck.
Outside for Haliburton. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now Pascal Siakam looking aggressive and determined, which forces the defender to commit the foul.
Siakam hits them both. On offense, here are the Warriors. Pass to Hield. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Nesmith. And the dunk by Walker.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Haliburton. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Curry, good.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And the Pacers' doors last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
It's Curry outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Golden State basketball.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Butler. Pacers with the rebound. Here's Nesmith. Lays it up and banks it in.
What an effective, efficient